Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to start this week by addressing something that I feel I've totally neglected to talk about, and that's the difference between a chucklehead and a criminal. So a lot of the techniques I've been talking about for this classroom management series have been designed for the chuckleheads. You know, the kid who's a good kid at heart, but maybe bored in school, or just doesn't like the book learning, and then tends to act up whenever, he's dissatisfied or she's bored, versus a criminal in the making. So somebody who does not have a strong moral compass, or somebody who might even be mentally ill. Those kids are in our world too, and some of these techniques aren't going to work for that kid. That kid has bigger issues that go beyond general respect and laying out of limits and foundational work. So when you have a kid who has bigger issues, and you know what I'm talking about, kids who have abuse or addiction or neglect in their world, our job is not to fix that because we're not trained for that, right? Our job is to maybe catch that kid and then get that kid to where he or she can get some help, be safe. So that's what I look at my job as being. So when I have those really difficult cases and the kid is acting up and it's becoming, really untenable, that's when you need to get the reinforcements. So your intervention specialists, specially trained counselors, those are the ones who should be handling those cases because you're not trained to do those things. Like, I'm not a counselor. I'll help as much as I can, but this is not what I do. So I try to catch and deliver the kid to where he is going to be safe. It can be really, really difficult and challenging. There can be all kinds of scripts and dramas being played out that you're not aware of, and your class is just a piece of it. Let me tell you what I mean. So I've had a couple of kids over the years who have intentionally dive bombed my class, either to make their parents upset, right? Just to get back at mom and dad. I'm going to fail every class and show them. Well, that's kind of twisted logic, but that's sort of adolescent mind sometimes. And then even like last year, I had a student, really sharp kid, collegiate level reading and vocab level, pretty much intentionally failed my class because she didn't want to be at the school she was at. She wanted to be at the alternative high school with her friends. And to get to the alternative high school, she had to fail a certain number of classes before the school would be like, well, you're not succeeding here. We need to put you over there. So that's what she did because she's smart and she wanted to get what she wanted. It was really actually sweet. When she left at the third quarter break, she's a junior in my American Lit class. She left me a note in my teacher mailbox saying, "It's okay, Miss Randazzo. It's okay that you failed me. It's going to be fine." Making me feel better. And then I ran into her a couple of weeks ago at a downtown coffee shop, and she was there with her friends. Happy as can be, successful, on pace to graduate, made up all those units with her friends from the alternative school. So, although frustrating for me in the moment, now that I see the bigger picture, I'm like, oh, there was something else going on there entirely. In fact, when a kid is having problems in my class, chances are he's having problems in every single other class, every teacher along the day, and giving his parents gray hair. So it's not about you. It's often about them. So just be kind to yourself with that. Also, in terms of being kind, self-care is big. You need to take care of you. This classroom management series today is about managing you and your business. So if you get home from school and you are exhausted, you go take a nap. That's it. You should be drinking water and eating healthfully and getting good sleep. If your friends want to go out to a movie on a Wednesday night, you should go. So do these things that make life fun and kind of juice up your battery so that you've got the energy to kind of drive things tomorrow in class. So that's super important. I'd say if you can find a group of like-minded people to be your sort of homies to commiserate. When I was a younger teacher, I had something called Tuesday Night Supper Club, and there was another young teacher and myself. We got together every Tuesday night, no husbands, no kids, no nothing. And we just ate dinner at her house and talked and laughed and lesson planned and got everything shipshape for the rest of that week. So that was huge in terms of mental health. We did that for 3 years. It's a lot. Every Tuesday night, it's a lot, but we needed it and we needed each other, and it helped us get through that time. So find the things that you need and build that. So find the people who are going through the same things that you're going through and start building those connections because they will help you survive this stuff. Finally, give yourself time. So maybe you're having a lousy year, and maybe this group of kids doesn't get you and you don't get them. If you're a newer teacher, that's to be expected. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to find your place and your groove, find where you belong. But it might be, maybe you're teaching juniors and you would be better with freshmen. Or if you're in a middle school, maybe you need to be in a high school. Or change the district you're in. You know, maybe your district is poorly run and you'd be happier in a different one, or a different city or state. But give yourself at least 3 years. That's what I've seen to be sort of the breaking point of where teachers realize whether they're built for this or not. Before then, you might just be having a knee-jerk reaction to a temporary stressor that will get better in time. But if in time it doesn't get better, like if you've gone through 3 seasons of this and it is not good, maybe you're not cut out to be a teacher. Maybe there's other things you can do to like make your life full. But give yourself time. I've been, like I said, this is my 18th year. I've had some low years. I've had some years where I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't do anything different and the kids are just not clicking. That levels out the deeper you go into your career. So those first few years are like this, and then it kind of gets smooth and then things are better. So just hang on. You can do it. That's it for this week. I'm going to wrap it up right here. You guys go out there. You take care of you so that you can take care of everyone else. All right. I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.